Good morning, everybody. Oh, I feel much better this morning. Got some good rest last night for the first time in ages. Now, back to this. I moved some stuff out of the way here. I was looking at this, and I didn't like that to begin with, but that's what worked at the time before I had to move the cab. This section right here was, let's see, yeah, it was right there. You can see how much it dropped right there. I was looking at that because I got to take this out. It don't reach. It don't look good. I don't like it. I know it's going to get covered up, but still, either way, I was looking at this, and if I take this, spin it around the opposite way, it can go right back in there. Drop it down. I can weld this right here. This right here, all I got to do, cut this off so it'll set down. It'll set about like that right there. But kind of what I'm thinking, because I did cut that wider like that. Kind of what I'm thinking is take that measurement right here, measure down, put a line. This is down flush, so come right to there, as close as I can get with my brake, and put a bend that out. That'll bring that out, and I can weld it down right there. In theory, it should work. So let's just see if it will. Okay, so right here is 1.25 inches. And it ain't gotta be perfect, but I'm gonna have to get me another marker in the drawer. Right there. In fact, I'm gonna throw this away. Far away. Okay. I'll go in there, fire up the brake press, use that bend, slide in as far as I can on the die, and bend this one. Oh yeah, the flattener's set up. So I gotta change that first. But before I do that, I might as well flatten this down, because when it comes up, it'll be facing the wrong direction. Okay, I guess it's not Monday, it's Friday. Turn the phase converter on. Wait till it drops down to 240. Okay, so that leaves a pretty good gap right there. So I'm going to roll that down. Yuck. I'm gonna grab my other hammer. I should be able to live with that. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Well then, I guess I need to change my glasses and get this panel out of the way. Not like wasting a chunk of steel. I think I'm gonna unwire that and drop it. Well, I'm gonna put the new wiring harness on it anyways, but I guess it don't really matter. I was gonna unwire that, drop it through the firewall and run it along the frame because that goes to my fuel sending unit. When this comes all apart, I guess I'll put all new wires in it. It's Friday, guys. You know what that means. What does Friday mean to you? Friday means another week with no paycheck and 2 more days of work before Monday. I'm already doing my walking for the day. All right, let's see how this thing sets in there. I think, I know that's scary. I've heard that a lot. I think I don't like it. Honestly, I don't like it. Got to hump up and down. All right. Let's just make one, shall we? Let's go 10.5. Let's go ahead and make it 20 inches wide. And then I'll come in and put those 2 bins and then those 2 bins. All right, let me get a piece of metal up here and lay it out. Got to pyramid that, but I need to put a mark on the other side, so I'll be right back. Alright, I put a mark on this side so I knew where to go. Now I'm not going to bend it very much on this one or this one. Then when I flip it over, I got to walk this. Once I get that down 90, then I'll come back and bring this down and bring this on up. I'll show you. I need more bend than that though. More bend than that. move this back down, do the other end. Let's I know you guys are probably like, what is this dude doing? Just hang tight. Just hang tight, guys. It's getting warm in here already. Working up a sweat. Meow. Working up a sweat, my nose is running. How does that work? fine as frog hair. All right, let's go see how she fits. Well, guys, I wish I'd have made my flanges more than 2 inches. Everything works beautifully, except I didn't make it long enough. Very agitating. I'm just gonna cut those off and put a strip on each side. I don't care. Dang it. That sucks. I could have done that a lot cleaner and simpler if I hadn't even put those 2 lips in there. Alright, let me hook the pliers in the back up. Now I gotta get the welder hooked back up. It is what it is, man. It don't matter one bit. Man, that sucks. A donkey turd through a straw. Oh well. You guys said you wanted more straight time and less music, right? You also said you wanted longer videos, so be prepared. They're coming. Alright, now I guess I'll have to do something like this right here. Alright, I gotta find my pencil again. Oh yeah, I like it. Can't weld with plastic. Come on, y'all, is that gonna work? It will, I'll just have to trim the front. I couldn't reach it. All right, now I'll take my hard wheel, clean this front edge up on both sides, and that's ready to weld from here to there. And then all I got left is two little pieces right here and weld that floor section back in. I got one small piece to put right in this little corner here, but I got the sides put on. That's all tacked, coated, cleaned up, ready to go. Same way with this side. That one, I'll just weld that. It's only 3/8 of an inch gap. But the side's on, the front's tapped around. I already got half this one welded, but yeah, all right. I'm gonna put you on time lapse while I do that. And the next step is get up underneath. That's gonna be fun to video. Let's see, how am I gonna do that? I don't know, I'll figure it out. All right, I'm gonna say the inside is ready. Whew. Other than put those on and do these little corners right here, the inside is done. I'm whooped, guys. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do the underneath side, because I hate laying on my back working over my head like that. But right now, I'm gonna take me a break. Where did my pencil go? One piece at a time. I wish it didn't cost a dime. forward. Time to go to the other side. Well then, I messed that piece up. Come on. I'm out of reach.
Alright, back to welding.
me that way. Got to weld up and around that corner. I got it though. I'd have found it eventually, but I'd have been mad because I had to set back up again. Close enough. Whew, dang. All right. Now for the back wall. I had to neuter my brackets. I removed the nuts from it. Now I have to remove the body mount bolt and those two 3/8 bolts. I gotta grind those up, bolt that back in place. Oh man, actually this one goes, yeah. Okay, so what was that bolt for? Or that captured nut? Well, I don't know. I really couldn't say. Oh well. I'll get that bolt out of the way, get those spot welds cleaned up and ready to weld that on, and the inside of the cab is ready. I gotta grind that up first. See there, I'm getting in a hurry. It's getting late in the day. See what happens when it gets late in the day? On a Friday. doing to me? Trying to hurry, guys. Hey, now. Man, I wish I could see. Beautiful. Next side. I'm a sweating now. All right. Well, a lot of you guys don't know, but these brackets, when they built these trucks in the factory, they would build this section of the back of the cab all the way up to that body seam in the roof. What they would do, that would all be on a fixture. They would spot weld all this together, including this panel right here. Okay? On this section, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about or not. I'll move you back. Kill the light. Is that any better? Okay. The jam on these trucks were made, they're stamped, and then built on a fixture. The back wall was stamped and put together on a fixture. Same way with the firewall. They would do all that in a fixture, and then they would have a jig that would hold everything together. They would spot weld across, let's see, they would do the rocker panels to the firewall and the back wall with this section here, also with the inner roof panel. Okay, they did not have the roof panels, outside roof panel on there at this point. What they would do is they had the floor section on a jig, and they would set this down around it. Okay, those brackets right there, when they come down and set down on this support right here, they would zip bolts right there on both sides. In the front, the cab supports were part of the floors. When the rocker come down, they bolted them right there. That would locate the floor to the rockers, keeping everything square and the height and everything. So, once those were bolted together, then a worker would come in with handheld spot welders, come in underneath and go right along the rocker to attach it to the floors. And then they would turn it upright and hit the bottom of the inner rocker to the outer rocker. When this panel come up to the roof panel, there's a lip right here coming up. Another worker would come along with a smaller set and go along that to weld this panel to this panel. Then they would set the roof skin on, and generally they had two spot welders on that one on each side. They'd start in the middle and work their way around, and they never had the exact same amount of spot welds in every one, so it didn't matter how many spot welds there was put in a restoration. A lot of people want me to make sure everything's bolted back the way it should be from the factory, and I have done that. But personally, when I do a one-piece floor, I'll bolt those in to hold it in location where it's supposed to be. That makes the cab square. Then, like this piece here, I'll just leave it bolted in. But underneath, where the cab support goes to the inner rocker, I usually only put 1 or 2 bolts in that, and then I'll plug through the cab support into the inner rocker, and then take those 2 bolts out and plug those. I don't know if it makes a difference with the bolts in there or not, but you know, aftermarket parts, they never line up. They never match factory. So that's why I generally only put 1 or 2 bolts and then I plug weld them. Otherwise, you got a lot more work ahead of you. Well, there it is, guys. This cab is body dropped. Now I still have to come back here and do the corners of the cab, plug those holes there, and then pop some holes in here and plug weld that. But the inside of the cab is done. Yeah, that was a lot of work, but that's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love the body drop. Can't wait to modify seats to go in there. And I'm debating, I don't know if I want to do a center console, but I'm debating on bucket seats with a center console. That way, got cup holders and air gauges in the console. Do it a little bit different than I did on Blown Budget. That one is heavy. I'm thinking maybe do a fiberglass one or something, I don't know. But do that all the way back. And then buckets, 4 bucket seats. Ooh, what'd be cool is do some Monte Carlo seats. They could rotate all 4 seats to face each other. I don't know. That's down the road. I ain't that far yet. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I got another day ahead of me tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to get up underneath tomorrow morning and start doing all that stuff, or I'm gonna get back on that because I went and picked up the glass this morning. Make sure you shut your gas off, guys. It sucks coming in the next day and it's completely empty. Same way with your air. Shut the air down, turn the valve, because just like that, you'll drain that and it'll run all night. I've got 2 brand new air hoses over there, but honestly, I figured I'd done been moved by now. And since it don't look like it's going to be anytime soon, I just might as well put them in. Oh, everybody was worried about me using these as a workbench yesterday. I was gentle. They was just sitting there. There was no damage. No doors were damaged. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm whooped. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. This thing's gonna really start changing quickly now that the fab is coming to a close. At least on this part. The bed, that won't be that big of a deal. I did everything you see there in 5 hours. And it's just tacked together. So when I go to body drop that, pop them tacks, cut 4 inches off, set it right back down, bolt it on, make sure everything lines up still, and right on down the road. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good evening.